We're leaving San Francisco. So why did we move? Why did we decide to move 2,000 miles? Ago? I remember it was the winter of 2013. It was the most brutal winter in Minnesota. And
polar vortex winter.
Yeah. There was something like 15 days below minus 10 degrees consecutively. So I remember thinking to myself that this is going to be the last winter.
It was almost like the universe in Minnesota was telling us, yes, go west.
Never lived anywhere else. I've tried to live other places, but I always felt kind of guilted into staying home, family and friends, like everybody does.
I know for me, I had already left my security net once when I was 18, and I left Milwaukee and moved to Minneapolis for college. So I had already kind of done that once.
So there were a couple things that we needed to do. Allie had to sell her house. Allie had to quit her job.
Allie had to give up all kinds of things.
Allie had to give up her life. And also I had to talk to my boss. I wanted to try to work it out and keep my job, which I did. Felt like we had a little safety net, and we saved up a little bit of money for this trip. So we had a little runway.
We went back and forth and a handful of different cities that we loved, other major U.S. cities that we had spent time in. Mm-hmm. We knew we were definitely going west, west of Minnesota.
We considered Seattle, Boston, San Diego,
Denver. I think in addition to wanting to escape the cold, we also didn't want extreme heat.
Yeah.
We're both really sweaty people.
I sweat like 2 men. Allie
How do I sweat like
3 men. Once we got to San Francisco, we had the Airbnb rented. Stayed there. We actually found a place our second week, maybe like two and a half weeks into it. So we ended up paying for a month and then staying there for maybe 20 days.
We hit Craigslist pretty hard right off the bat. We had gone to a few showings. I think maybe we saw 3 places. Was not impressed with too many of the places we saw. And then Hattie came to us on a silver platter, shining and sparkling and beautiful.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Me too. What was the hardest thing for you?
The hardest thing was was adjusting financially to San Francisco. The hardest part about transitioning was definitely my job search. It ended up taking me 9 months to find a social work job.
What was the easiest thing?
Making friends. We met amazing people here, a lot of people from the Midwest who are also transplants. We knew a few people here before we got to San Francisco, so that has been great. We hadn't really lived together in Minneapolis, just only a couple weeks before we moved, but that turned out to be easy, and you're a great roommate.
I know.
My right arm.
We should have like
The right arm is not flexible.
start with the left.
I love that. Left hand first. There you go.